how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, there he is. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. Kiss it. There you go. See, nice. Nice. A monster. Look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Nice. Look at that. It's another show. Welcome to the Cane Pole Fishing Show. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub. Enjoy the show.
Oh, you know what time it is. Look at that gorgeous sunset. It must be time for the Cane Pole Fishing Show. What'd they do? Leave me over here by myself? Kent, where's Ian? Is he late?
No, he said he's taking a shower in football practice.
Oh my gosh, he's got to flip his
Who knows
hair.
where he's going, fixing his curls.
Smokes.
You know how he is.
Oh my gosh. Hey, there's my fish. Man, they've got lots of new inventory in here. Holy smokes. Oh, come on, Ian, come on. He's probably watching the sunset. Oh my gosh, they got shirts and hoodies. Look at all this stuff. I mean, they got all kinds of cool stuff. Look, the bait wall. Like this. Oh, this is cool too. Look at these hoodies. Oh, this is sweet. Oh, they got these too. It's getting winter time, folks. Oh, wait a minute. I guess we should do a show. All right, let's go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're up.
Oh, really, you're up.
Hey, Kent. What are you doing?
Ian,
Are you scrolling through Facebook?
I am.
You know,
Addiction to your phone.
funny thing is, I'm actually scrolling through Facebook too. What are you seeing on your Facebook?
Well, I see all kinds of things, right? I see currently the smartest fishing forecast on Earth, named Fishbox.
Currently, I see a 14-foot aluminum craft john boat with custom trailer and a trolley motor, registered with a clear title, only been on the lake 4 times, and they only want a whopping $1,100 for it.
Well,
That's out of Milford, Texas.
okay, on your Facebook. You know what I see? I see that Asa Adams says this weekend is kicked off his fall-winter tournament schedules, right? But this weekend until spring it really ramps up, right? So fishing for missions, and then he thanked obviously his wife Kristen, who we love, and then you got the Cane Pole and myself and Bad Boy Jigs and Mark
Ian
Souther
Hurd.
and Drew Sadler. You didn't say anything
Yes,
about
he
Ian
did.
Hurd?
I'm tagged in it, buddy.
Shimano North America Fishing, G. Loomis,
And Ian Hurd and
Phoenix
Ricky Harris.
Boats, Wheatas Marine, right? I'm just giving you a hard time. So I saw that today too, right? Kenny Harden, right? See all kinds of people posting stuff about fishing.
I see Ian Hurd posting some beautiful football pictures.
That has nothing to do with fishing.
Looked like a straight stud.
But anyway.
Out there swimming on them.
Well, listen, welcome to the Cane Pole Fishing Show.
With
Kent Lewis.
and the wonderful, beautiful, perm mullet, curly hair, pretty face, good smelling Ian Hurd.
You do smell good.
Thanks, man.
Maybe from back there, but up here it is not.
I smell great. I smell like bourbon from Bath and Body.
So, anyway, what I was getting to before Ian had his, like that movie that, it's that movie with the knight.
You know that one movie that they did that
What
one
is that?
thing?
What is they had the knight that he jousted? He wasn't a real knight, and he was.
Oh, the one that got his arms cut off and then his legs cut off.
That's Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That was
Okay.
That was so funny.
So somebody's let their car alarm off right outside our door for our fishing show, maybe on purpose, I don't know, but certainly interrupting our show.
No, she's back at her
right.
car.
So
We got it.
appreciate that. Thank you for whoever that
Thank
was. Anyway, no, the show is called The Knight's Story. The Knight's Oh my gosh, The Knight's Tale.
The Knight's Tale. Yes, that is. Yes.
That's it.
How am I like that?
So because you know how they have those guys that introduce them, like the amazing, beautiful, right? Sir Ian Hurd. Right? Like that's what I feel like you just like did that for yourself.
That's right. That's pretty funny.
Anyway,
No.
that was random story. Anyway,
When you just feel and look as good as me, you can do things like that.
I'm glad you feel good about yourself, Ian.
Self-confidence
nice.
is key, baby.
Hey, our topic of conversation tonight for those on Facebook who want to comment, have conversations, talk a little bit about, we're going to talk about fall fishing, some of your favorite baits, whether it be cranking, whether it be shaky head, plastic fishing, maybe
Jig.
you're fishing fast.
Big old jig.
Let us know what your thoughts are, and we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Also, just a few things. I'm going to apologize immediately. We were going to make this a great October special, but due to fall break and things happening at school and being under the weather, actually, so if I cough tonight, I apologize. Sorry, Ian, but I promise you, I went and got tested yesterday, 48 hour, the big test. I am negative for COVID.
It hasn't been 48 hours, though, Ken.
Okay, I'm negative for COVID. You don't know when I went and tested. So I'm negative, right? Thank goodness, because I leave on Sunday for a trip. So I need to get tested anyway. So that's good. But yes, I've been on a inhaler and everything else trying to get rid of this cough. So seasonal allergies, that's what happens. So anyway, if I cough, I apologize during the show. Also, something I do want to touch base on
is
it's hard, right? It's a hard subject because you never want to talk about fellow fishermen and things like that. But I do want to say that last night I got a text and I was made aware that a customer of ours, a customer of a lot of tackle stores here, I think a former employee of Cabela's, certainly has fished in the American Bass Club a lot. I know he fished with his partner Mike King for a long time, but I do want to say that my condolences go out to the Steve Tipton family. I know that I was made aware that Stephen Tipton passed away last evening. I do want to say that him and I and this store and others have had their fair share of kind of issues along the way, but I do want to make it known that Steve came into this shop approximately about 3 months ago and sat down with me for about over a half an hour, and we had a heart-to-heart conversation about a lot of things, and he wanted to make things right and apologize for a lot of things that he had done, and back and forth we had a really deep conversation about some things, and I told him that he wanted to make a lot of things right because he wasn't feeling well and felt that he wasn't going to be here much longer. And I got to appreciate that from him, that he was willing to come in and do that. So I just want to say that I'll be praying, certainly for him and his family, and that no matter what, right, it's hard to lose a fellow fisherman and customer that you're used to seeing or driving around or coming in. So certainly our well wishes, and I know that he was not feeling well and he hadn't fished in a long time, and so I know he's in a better place. So just want to say that about Stephen Tipton, passed away last night. I don't know any arrangements. I don't know anything else at this moment. I'm just aware of that text that came through. So I didn't want to start off with that, but I think I needed to. With that being said, I was proud of him for coming in and having that conversation with me, and it meant a lot. So great. With that being said, hey man,
Hey, man.
listen, there's been a lot going on the last couple of weeks.
Yeah?
I sent Randy some pictures to put on the show.
Okay.
And a few of them, right? So let's just talk about, let me see if I can get to, I kind of probably sent them a little out of order, but let's start with the picture of Zach and I on the boat right there, the first one. Yep, no, that's the first one. Okay, so proud moment for me. Zach turned 9 just September 25th, and he wanted to go to the Pittman Creek show with us. Excuse me. So he said, yeah, man, I want to go. I want to play golf. I want to hang out. I want to go and fish. I want to go to the show. I want to see what it's like. And so, man, what a proud moment for me for him to be able to go to the Pittman Creek show, hang out all weekend. This is another big moment. This picture right here was Zach and I taking off at 6:15, 6:30 in the morning, heading to on Cherokee Lake for the Pittman Creek Cup. We didn't catch a lot of fish that day. We did catch a few, but certainly that was them. But the other proud moment is the next picture right there. Is that the one before that? Go in order. Yep. So I don't know what that. Okay, is that all we got?
That's Ian and.
So they take vertical pictures, Ian. I don't know why you continue to take vertical pictures when we've told you not to take vertical pictures.
You mean that one?
Anyway, no, the one with Ian and Tyler, the same day. You go back to that little picture again. That same day. Yep, that same day on with Tyler, that Ian and Tyler were fishing the Bradley Roy Invitational on Cumberland. So both my boys were fishing at early in the morning, so that was a proud moment for that going on. So they did a great job. They actually finished 20th out of 140 plus boats for the Bradley Roy. So proud of them, and a huge shout out to Gary Conley. Thank you for captaining them that day. I wasn't able to be here due to the Pittman Creek show and being with Zach. So thanks for
The Gare Bear.
for taking care of that. All right, so the next one. Let's see really quick. So this is Zach and I catching our fish. He has his jersey on, man. We had a great time. He was stoked. Go to the next one, though, because this next one, man, I can't say, like, Ray, Mark, and Thomas are the reps for Pelon, Savage, Bullet Weights, First Gen, like all these companies, right? And these three guys, I've known them for a while now. And Thomas is the first time we met him, and Thomas was actually on the boat with me. He was my guest on the boat during this tournament, and Zach fell in love with him, man. And he was awesome to Zach. So Thomas, thank you so much if you're watching for hanging out with us. But Zach ended up hanging in the Pelon booth the whole time, right, with Thomas on both days. And he had a blast and gave him some baits and stuff. And so that's his buddy for life, I think. And he's already, can we go back next year?
Can we go back next year? Yeah.
So he started going around. This is him acting goofy. He collected a bunch of hats. He did this. I didn't even do this.
He must be your son.
Yeah, he must be my kid. So he went around everywhere and collected all his hats and had a ball. And so that was a ton of fun. So the last two pictures down there on the right, this is just us. I want a huge shout out to Logan Smith and Pittman Creek for organizing. This is actually a golf hole that is 200 feet drop, right, all the way down. And so this is, we went out and played golf, and Zach had a ball. And then a huge shout out to Greenfish Tackles. So this is the Greenfish Tackle guys, and we had an absolute ball playing golf, man. What a fun time with John and the guys. And, yeah, man, it was a trip. So we went out to eat with them later, and Zach had a good time with them. So definitely. In fact, I'll tell you this. Greenfish gave Zach a hat and had put the hat on his head and hired him, and he walked around for half the show saying, if you want to know what the best jig is, it's Greenfish Tackle, right? And he was basically their kind of sponsor going around. It was really awesome. He loves his Greenfish hat. He wears it everywhere.
Greenfish.
Let's see what else happened over the weekend, Ian.
We fished the. Oh, laying the wood, the one.
It looks like you got it stuck.
It went dink dink. I read the lesson here. We're going down this old bank.
So Ian and I went and fished the NBT State Championship this weekend on Green River.
Yeah.
It was Saturday and Sunday, 2-day tournament, and that's one of the pictures I took of him. I didn't actually give my pictures to.
Should have you? I took some good ones of you.
I didn't give the pictures that he took of me. Anyway,
You can go ahead and show the fish.
go and show. Well, so day one that was Ian, right? I don't. Even, did you take your picture on day 2?
Yeah.
I don't have your day 1 pictures.
Yeah.
That's day 2
That's
pictures.
day 2. Didn't have day ones. And then
Go back to that first picture real quick, though. No, the one
No.
he's setting the hook. Yeah, because I gotta come clean
you want
here.
to tell the story here?
Yeah, because here's the thing, right?
Okay.
Like this is what they do, though.
No, it's not.
No. If you ever really record a fishing show, they will actually catch fish and put them in their live well, just in case they don't get an action shot catching their fish. And they'll, they put their fish. Come on, man, we all know, right? But they try to get action shots, and they're cool shots. This is an action shot of Ian setting the hook, right? The interesting
And it
thing
wasn't
is,
into something live.
he was in to set something live. He did, but this is really after he caught it. But this is a big, like probably 12, 15-pound turtle, right? And he's got it hooked, so he kind of linked it back out there.
I was like,
And then he made me
"Kent, get
say,
ready to
"Kent,
take a picture."
Take a picture of me setting a hook on this fish.
And I reeled down and went,
all right? And so really it was a turtle. So it's great. No, it's not a fish face.
Be more excited.
He does. He sets the hook like at a 45 kind of deal.
It's mean. It's mean.
Anyway,
We'll get a good video of me.
This is me on a second day.
Dropped a dodo sack on him,
That
Kent
is not
Lewis.
a dodo sack.
That is a big old dodo
Wait,
sack. Show
here-
that second picture of that big old spotted head.
Yeah, go to the second pick.
That is a full-grown spotted bass.
That is a close to a 2.5-pound spot I caught on Sunday. I was sitting in a great 13th place out of 17 boats, I think, on
19 boats.
19 boats on the first day, and I caught a nice sack on the second day to get to second. So that was a nice weekend. Yeah, so that's a couple of good tournament
full-grown
weekends
one.
in a row. Yeah. So man, it's been a good weekend.
Do we have any comments? Anyone saying
right?
hi?
Oh, yeah, there's
Hello,
all
friends?
kinds. So
I'll let y'all read.
anyway, so yeah, it's been yeah. So man, it's been a look. I've
Jacob, I'll
is
send
that
you that.
captioned?
What?
Yeah, it's captured.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's always captured.
Wow, I didn't know we were captioned.
Continuing, Jacob,
Yeah,
I'll send you that
fancy.
link. But the funny thing is, when I opened my Facebook at the start of the show, is a picture of you, or of what you dream of
Oh.
that big old Honda.
You're missing some.
Go back up.
Go back up.
Tip: don't fall in while fishing. That's right. That's a good tip.
Send me that link, Ian.
Herd doesn't know how to swim.
Uh-oh, is that old Branson? Branson came to join.
Yep. Keep going.
He's an absolute stick.
Josh Kelly, Rapala DT10 red demon color. Of course. We've got it sitting right there on
That's
the
actually
deck.
a 6,
It's a 6, but
same difference.
yep. What's John say? I sincerely hate that Steve has passed. Just a super good fellow. Yes, I appreciate it, John.
Hi,
Very
John.
well.
How are you, sir?
Yep.
Clarence, how are you,
John,
buddy?
thanks for joining.
Doug, what's up?
What's up, Clarence? Doug? Who else?
Mr.
Clarence,
Ken
prayers for
Ken.
the family.
Ken.
That place looks familiar. Yes, it does, Kenny. You know it very well. He's hung up. Yeah, he is.
I was hung
Look
into...
at old
Clarence, I was hung into a turtle.
Ronnie from Stick Jackets.
Ronnie!
On, right? It was great seeing him. Need one of those sweatshirts, Herd.
I can see what I can arrange.
We can make something happen. We sell them all the time. How about that? Harrington Lake Bass Tournaments, what's up? The whole bass tournament. All the bass tournaments on Harrington Lake have joined.
Everyone.
All of them.
Every tournament.
All of them. That's right.
That's like millions.
Speaking of Harrington Lake Bass Tournaments, we got a big old tournament coming in a couple weeks. And I want to say
a full
100
a full grown one.
123 boats at the Trifecta Classic this year going out of Conley Bottom November 6th and 7th.
That's a few.
So that is a few boats, man. It's going to be a great tournament, great weekend. Looking forward to it. Hope we have some great weather. That's for sure. All right.
Well, you know what, Kent? If I'm not mistaken, you own a big high-dollar rain suit for a reason.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of like the cold, like
That high-dollar
really
rain
cold
suit's
rain.
warm, too.
It is, but you know what I'm saying.
You got, like, hot
Don't even
hands.
say a word because on Saturday you were curled up under the steering wheel and it was only 50 degrees. So you know what I mean?
You'll have that on them big jobs.
Oh,
Say it, Kent. Come on.
No.
Come on, Kent.
no. Where's your fedora, by the way?
Where's your
You're supposed to wear it.
fedora?
They're in the car.
Mine is too.
Yeah, let's go get them. You didn't have them on? No, don't
I'll go get it.
'em. No, don't go get them.
Okay.
You failed that.
Top in the morning. Top in
Yeah.
the morning.
Anyway, so
Wham.
let's see what else. What else we got a comment? We had some
I'd
other comments
say-
there. I can't see them at the moment because
Today,
I said that
Randy's
was it.
on his phone.
That was it.
I need Branson
Right.
to teach me how to catch a bass.
$29,000 cash up for grabs for the Trifecta Classic.
All right, Kent, let's say
Right.
it right now. If you win,
Cumberland will be packed on the 6th and 7th. Yes, it will be.
if you win, I get 2% of your winnings.
Yeah. Also on the 6th and 7th that weekend is the
We've
Stars
got one.
and Stripes going on. I think.
Also, hold on, let me pull up the schedule real quick.
So I think there's a lot. And you guys are
Give
on
me-
Laurel.
Oh, is it Laurel that
You
weekend?
guys are on Laurel.
And we're on Green next weekend,
Yeah. But you're on Laurel the 6th and 7th.
for sure. Yep.
And a big shout out to Dean for taking you guys that weekend.
Dean is a blessing.
Yep. So he's going to be great, right? He won't put up with y'all's crap either, I'll tell you that
I bet he
right
will.
now.
I bet I'll
bet
have
he
Dean
will.
out there rolling.
Oh, my gosh. He's going to be praying.
We get to the gas station that morning. I shotgun a Red Bull. He will be losing it.
He'll be praying for the end of time. Isn't that what that song is? Right. Anyway, so yeah, the 6th and 7th big weekend. Also, just to note that the South Central tournaments going out of Colony Bottom this weekend are only going to be on Sunday.
And me and Asa Poo are fishing that one.
They will only be on Sunday. They will not be on Saturday due to the Fishing for Missions tournament. So I encourage you to fish the Fishing for Missions. Would you quit being 5 years old for crying out loud? Oh my gosh.
If you want to take some of Cain Paul's
Nobody
money,
knows Asa Poo. Like, I don't know, like you just
Asa
comment
Adams.
randomly. Anyway, so Fishing for Missions through Pittsburgh Marine is this weekend on Saturday out of Conley Bottom at Cumberland. Please go support those guys. They're amazing. I wish I could fish this weekend. However, I'm not able to. And then on Sunday will be a South Central. So no South Central on Saturday. Fishing for Missions is on Saturday. And South Central will be on Sunday. And then
Correct.
they'll resume their normal schedule. Let's see. So November 6th and 7th that weekend. Then you're on Kentucky Bass Nation is on Laurel. And then that wraps up the Trifecta Series. Also, speaking of the Trifecta Series, as we're at it, we will have, we've already got flyers up here for the 2022 Trifecta Series. The dates have already been scheduled, so certainly come check those out. You can look on Harrington Lake Bass Tournaments for those. That information and also the flyers up here at the Cane Pole, we'll have them here and in the Frankfurt store. Something else I want to address, Frankfurt store, I know that they've been waiting for us to get our minnow tanks up, and I apologize. We've just had just a lot going on, and so we're working on trying to get those tanks up and running, and we will very soon, I promise, and we'll be gearing. Our first goal is really to get those geared up and ready to go in the spring, but you all have really come after us trying to get us now, so we're going to try to get that done for you ASAP.
ASAP Rocky.
And get our the tanks up and running. So first off, thank you for being patient, and thanks for supporting our store. We're really excited. Let's see, 7:30.
I'm ready to talk about some of these crank and wine plugs.
So first off, once
Hold on. You said what?
crank and wine plugs. Oh,
No.
we're super excited. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that so much. You know what I want to do next week?
What do you want to do, Mr. Lewis?
I want to put this monitor that's down here,
Yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and I want to put it underneath the camera.
Okay.
I want to put it up on the table underneath the
So
camera,
it's like this.
so that I'm not always like looking away from
You can
everybody
see my pretty smile.
in this way, right? I want to be focused right here.
That would probably work.
So-
It'd probably fit.
Yeah, I think it will. It will fit. I can tell right now.
We can make it fit if not.
Okay. No, we're not gonna like move his camera. It's a pretty good spot. So
Okay, we'll make it fit.
anyway,
I think it'll work.
It'll work.
so
So,
I will do that next week while you're gone. I'll work on that.
awesome.
continuing, can we talk about this old Spro crank and wine plug in my hand?
Yeah. So
You want to talk about the new Spro cranking wine plugs?
Once again, for those commenting, we're going to be talking a little bit about fall fishing, okay, coming up. And I'm talking now through November, December, till the weather drops to the 50s water temperature. So, let's go, man. Hey, first off, let's just say we've got 8, I believe there's 8. We're missing a couple. I believe there's 8 brand new rock crawlers that we just got in the store. So if you're interested in seeing those,
We have 6 with us here.
please come and check them out. So we did get, once again, the infamous Blue Craw is back in stock here. So
Stone Cold, you mean?
Stone Cold, sorry. I don't even, see, I'm even losing it.
It's okay,
The
man.
Stone Cold color right here, we just got those back in stock. So if you're interested in those, please come check those out. Also, we were, this is a random thought, man, and I just thought about this.
Yeah.
We were going to have Drew Sadler on the show tonight. I know he's not feeling good, so we just told him to wait, and we'll get him on in a couple weeks. So that's a little bit why we're shuffling around, trying to figure out what we're going to do. But here's the new colors. So I've got the Gobi color, the new Gobi, which is kind of like a bluish black with kind of a camo pattern with a silver body underneath. All right. So we've got that one, if you can see it. All right. We've got the new orange Craw, right here.
Zoom her in there, buddy.
Zoom her in there, buddy.
Got a little
Right.
glare on it. Turn it sideways.
There you go. There's the new orange Craw, right? Here's the Gobi once again, if you haven't seen it. Right, this is the new Gobi color.
Here's olive
Right.
crawl. That's a really good looking color.
Yeah, it looks really good. All right, I like the olive Craw actually a lot.
Sparkle shad. I've thrown that a lot in the Little John. What do you have, Mr.
The
Lewis?
new Delta Craw. Right, and what's neat about the Delta Craw is it's got like a frosted bill. It doesn't have your typical clear bill. It's a frosted bill on the new RK rock crawler.
Would that be a frosted?
This is, I believe, the color I'm the most excited for.
Yeah.
Because in the pre-wrap wigglewort, they made one, and I believe it was an SP55 was the color, and it is really similar to this. This is actually the Backwaters Crawl, and the SP55 wigglewort was almost identical to it. It's got a touch of orange on the belly of it, and then it fades in that chartreuse blue color. And I've caught so many big smallmouth on that color right there. It's ridiculous.
It's green, so you're not gonna be able to.
Oh, look, it's clear.
You can't see the green because of our screen, but there's some green in it, right?
Yeah, I'm
So-
super excited. Super excited. Randy, where's my thing? There it is for that color right there. There will be many smallmouth caught on that.
The other two, which are staples in the fall for sure, that are red, staples in the fall and the spring, no doubt, are the red crawl and the red bug.
Yeah, that was.
And this is a red river crawl, actually. But definitely, we've got plenty of these in stock. So please come by, check us out. We've got tons of rock crawlers available. We'll have them here and in the Frankfurt store. We'll be sending some up to them very soon. In fact, tomorrow. So you can zoom back out if you like there, since we've got nothing. Ooh, that was like.
Whoa.
How do we do that? Okay.
Let's talk fall fishing, Kent.
Yeah, let's talk about fall fishing.
So,
Oh,
let's see some comments real quick.
what are they doing? Okay. Fall fishing through the 50s. Okay. Okay.
Taking fall fish.
Taking fall fishing recommendations. Let's go. Let's talk
So-
about it. Favorite fall baits.
While
right
we're
now.
on it, while we're on favorite fall baits techniques, Kent, what is your favorite? I wouldn't say one favorite, because no one's going to go and fish one bait all day long.
No.
What is a few of your all-around favorite baits this time of year?
I mean, it's hard because
Yeah.
I do I'll have a crankbait for sure, right? I love throwing a spinnerbait in the fall, okay? I will always have a spinnerbait in the fall. My favorite time of the year, right? Hey, Ian, never seen my biscuit on. Oh,
Was I supposed to
you
bring in
promised Clarence a biscuit on Saturday morning and you never brought it?
Was I there? Where was he at Saturday? Where were you at Saturday?
Bradley Roy.
Is that
Our
what I
show was
promised?
before that.
Was it? Ooh.
Failure, Clarence. Failure. All right? Failure.
I got you. If you're at Green River this weekend, I promise you. I'll text you that morning. I'll bring you a tenderloin biscuit or something.
You better bring 2 biscuits now. You owe him 1, then you got to bring him another one.
2.
So 2 biscuits. Speaking of biscuits, by the way, I had this really nice this bacon, egg, cheese biscuit I was going to eat, right, on Saturday morning.
You left it unattended, didn't you?
For about 2 minutes.
And I said, hey, Kent, this warm biscuit in your truck, man, are you going to eat that? And you said, I was, but do you want it?
No.
I said, yes.
Are you begging for it?
Hey, yes. You said, I was, but if you're begging for it, you can have it. I said, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
And that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
It was really Kent's fault.
It's all my fault. It's always my fault. That's the way it works with Ian.
As Clarence says, typically Ian.
That's right. Typically Ian.
Yep.
Anyway, spinnerbait, shaky head,
They'll buy an old shaky head this time of year.
crankbait, right? A-rig.
Yeah.
Certainly have an A-rig tied on, right? And I always have a drop shot or
Yep.
a Ned rig tied on.
I think you gotta have both this time of year, because you can go down the bank and beat the bank with your Ned rig, but
Clarence is right, man. I forgot about the
a
jerk bait.
twitch pause for sure.
I mean, I only have like 22 rods in a boat, so they're all rigged.
Hey, you caught a few fish on the jerk'em stick this weekend.
I did catch a couple fish on the jerk bait this weekend,
Yeah.
so but they were deep. For sure.
Way down there.
Yeah. So Josh says a jig, of course. All right.
Mr. Kelly, how are you, sir?
Actually, I don't even mind flipping a craw, right? I don't even
Just a Texas
Maybe
rig
don't
or a
even-
shaky head?
either one,
Or a
Right.
biffle?
right? You could throw a biffle. You could also throw it on just a plain swim jig head, just small swim bait,
Buzzbait.
right? I still just think swim bait in the fall is a good bait to use,
Can be, correct, yeah.
right?
Buzz
Buzz
bait.
bait.
Early fall, yeah. We ain't got much top water left.
Well,
There's-
that's what are you talking about, man? Top water is like 60, mid 60s.
Yeah.
We're not even there yet.
Dude, it's getting 30 degrees at night.
Spook jig.
I get it.
That'll
but
shut it off quick.
it's already bringing them down.
Yeah,
Right?
we
the water
seen that.
temperature's not there yet. It was 69 in the morning and it got to 75.
Yep.
So it's not even consistent yet in the 60s. So when it gets to that 60 number, 62, you're still just getting the top water. All right? And I caught a few on a buzzbait that morning.
You did.
Right? And then that cold front shut them down.
Big time.
Right? Until it gets consistent. Josh likes a Sammy. Right?
Yeah.
I'm more of a spook guy.
A
Right?
gunfish.
The Sammy guy, the gunfish from Lucky Craft.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yep, is a good one. The hard knock, right? Speaking of,
The Shiloh Blow Evergreen.
yeah, you know it's an interesting bait, right? Because, like, I know that a lot of people say, look, they're either on or they're not, but I
Yeah.
really believe with the shower blow,
It's either they're
Right.
on it or they're not.
it's odd, man. If they want it,
It's got such a distinct knock, is why I think. 'Cause
yeah.
if you
And
walk
the way it walks,
yeah, if you walk it
Right.
compared to any other walking bait on the market, it's just got a whole lot more violent. It's like a Rico. It's like walking a Rico next to just a regular popper.
yeah.
It's just so much more violent. Doug says a tube. Me and Larry know all about that old bluegill color jig.
Bluegill color jig with an Okeechobee craw color, I think he meant, or a crown color.
Okeechobee crown. Okeechobee crawl.
That's right. Doug, I don't fish it too much. I really
Uh-oh.
fail when it comes to a tube, right?
Kenny says the hammer.
I already know what he means by the
The
hammer.
jackhammer.
No, that's not what he means.
Oh,
I'm
what
not,
is-
I'm
what
not
is
going
it?
to talk about Kenny's hammer.
No,
baits.
let's talk about it, Kenny.
No, because I know what he wants to throw. I bought them for him. I know. All right. And Jared, I cannot even begin to tell you how much I agree with you.
I love that old Rico
Right.
bloop bloop.
I have like 8, 10 of them in my boat, right? And I will throw it constantly, right? And it does not sound like that at all.
I bet it does.
No, it does not. Okay. You don't know how to throw a Rico.
Buddy, I can throw Rico with the worst of them.
Hey, speaking of A-rigs,
An A-rig.
right?
Yeah,
about the A-rig.
yeah. Yeah.
What about it?
About 23 pounds getting caught on it.
I know, man.
And then 19 pounds and
Negative,
22.
Ian. Negative.
Not a jackhammer, huh?
See? You don't even know. You don't know what he's talking about. But I do. Hey, Kenny, speaking of, I got to spend about, a good hour with our good buddy today, right? Talking fishing and hanging out. The old Vernon Sowers, right? So I just want to tell you hi.
Versatile.
We talked about you for a minute, right? So we talked about you and a bunch of fishing and what's going on and his new place down in Florida. So we're excited about that. But yeah, Kenny, old Vernon Sowers, buddy, he's a good one there. Yeah, Jared, I agree with you, man. It's so awesome, right? It's my favorite topwater bait on the planet to throw. Okay, and it's so much better than the dang Whopper Plopper. I am not a Whopper Plopper guy.
Either, man.
All right, I'm either going to reel buzzbait or I'm going to throw my Rico.
Or
Vern is doing great,
walking bait.
right? We were all hanging out, having a good time. He's doing really good. So
dude, this
he got him a place down in Florida. He's going to go down there and maybe fish the winter series down there with the Okeechobee and God, what's the other lake you mentioned? Percy Priest, something like that, I think. Does that sound right? No, that's not right. What other lake did he mention down there that was close to Okeechobee?
Okeechobee. There's the
not Griffin or I can't remember. Anyway, so
dude, this A-rig is
Jared,
really,
I agree, man. Me either. Stop the plop.
This is really petite.
Yeah, that's the baby A-rig.
I love it. Like, I'm a fan of it.
I know. Give my A-rig back. So this is the Big Daddy baits. In fact, Big Daddy's baits were
the booger spin.
Yes, the booger spin that Bill won on the Cumberland, the underspin.
Close to $300,000 hairs.
So this is made by them. This is actually the most popular A-rig on what lake?
Cherokee?
No,
Oh, Chick. Sorry.
Chickamauga.
Yes, Chick.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So we sell these here.
This is called the
Dayton Boat Dock,
Yeah.
Tennessee rig.
We
okay?
Catch Giants is what it says.
This is their A-rig. It's a great A-rig. Comes with an O-ring on it. And what we've been doing is, if you want, a lot of guys like to use the darter heads from BC Lures. It's got a little bit bigger hook on it. This is an 1/8 ounce. We sell them in the 16th as well. We also do the Picasso heads.
That's the dummy rig, ain't it?
These are the dummy heads.
But we also sell.
If you want to use them for Tennessee. Because the Tennessee rig is 3. So take the dummy, put them on the top 2, and then put your hooks in the bottom 3.
The middle and the bottom 2.
And this should even them out. So these are 1/8 ounce dummy heads, right? Some guys actually will put the dummy heads, the 1/8 ounce on the bottom, and put lighters on the top. So it does. So you can put your quarters on the bottom, your 3/4, and your 1/8 ounce on top, and it'll sink it like this. Come through more like this. So there's all kinds of different ways. Everybody has a different way of doing their A-rig. I know a lot of guys like Cotech. A lot of guys like the Little Dippers from Reaction.
Yep. A lot of people are throwing the True Bass style on it too.
The hollow bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
a
kind
big
of a
one.
bigger profile, but
It is a little expensive. They got the smaller ones,
yeah.
right? So you could do those. So anyway, that's definitely Harris Chain. That's correct, Kenny. They're down there. I may or may not need a few things from there. Okay, Kenny, I got you. For sure. Before you head to come. Yes. Okay, I agree.
Agreed.
Yep. So we'll take care of you. Anyway, there you go.
Anywho.
A-rig. So that's the A-rig. Also,
What was that?
came out of his package. Obviously, I'm a huge Shaky Head fan. I know you are too.
Yeah, man.
It's hard to beat the Shaky Head.
Big
I think
time.
it's one of those baits that some like you got to throw it to see if they're on it, because if they're on it, you need to throw it, right? Does that make sense? Like, you got to have it in your box and try it. I think
You gotta
that
throw
I
it.
always have it tied on.
For sure. No doubt about
and
that.
I feel
man.
like that it's a bait that they're not always going to hit.
But when they do,
When they do, it is on like Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
So
Big old Magnum
we
fish
sell
on
a
it.
ton of these Gamakatsu
gaps.
Shaky Head skip gaps.
You betcha, man.
This is a big one for us. Also, I still like. There's some guys that are
I like a spot sticker.
dedicated to the spot remover, not the spot sticker.
Oh, spot remover, sorry.
That's a brand.
Yeah.
The spot remover, the pro
Those
model.
are what I was throwing this
Right.
weekend.
This is
spot
the
remover.
1/16 ounce I just grabbed. but definitely the spot removers. And then probably one of my favorite that I caught them on this weekend was the pumpkin head jig from Yum.
Yummy.
So I love this head. It's a great shaky head. Has a screw lock and so forth. So definitely. But you know what's interesting that I brought up here? And we talk about, Jared said he loves shaky heads. I like the spot remover, right? Well, we talk about shaky head worms, man.
Yeah, man.
There's so many things, right? You could put craws on them.
Yeah.
You can put worms. You could put
A menace on them.
a menace. I know you can put swim baits on them.
Yeah.
Okay, there's so many different options, but for the fall, what I like to do is understand who likes what on a shaky head, for example. I'll just give you examples. I know we're Zoom guys when it comes to the trick worm. There's a lot of guys that love the trick worm. There's the true shaky head worm.
I like that worm a lot too.
Right?
When it gets colder.
It gets the skinny tail.
When it gets
doesn't
colder.
have as much, right? So when you start going and transitioning from the summer, more in the spring and summer when you want loud and obnoxious, into the fall where you still want kind of loud, right, with your buzz baits and things like that. But then when you transition to the winter, you don't want as much action. So a lot of guys, use like the big salty chunks where it doesn't give a lot of, action. So maybe the trick worm, right, is great now, but move into that shaky head worm afterwards.
That mad shaky head worm's what it's called.
Also, you have the finesse worm,
Yes.
right?
The little shorter one.
You have like the swamp crawler, which is similar,
But it's
a little
kind of
bit
narrower.
a little bit narrow, but similar to a bigger finesse worm.
You have the
Right.
D worm.
But in these, what I'm going to say is that you have the finesse worm and the mag finesse. And once again, right, I think the mag finesse is a phenomenal bait. Right, gives you that little shorter profile, but it's more like a big Ned. You know what? In a way,
Yeah,
you
man.
know.
Yeah.
It's kind of It's kind of more in the worm style, but it's got a Cinco feel maybe. Right. Which, speaking of, I didn't bring any Cincos out here. There's a lot of guys that like to put
Cinco on a shaky
spinning rod
head.
place, trolling motor. Got it. Josh, you don't fish with your trolling motor and your rod and your arc rod at the same time, buddy. Skip gap, shaky head works
With
well
a
with the Cinco.
Cinco.
There's Rob, exactly. All right. So, speaking of Cincos, Rob, do you like the Yamamoto? Do you like the
Yum?
General Worm? Do you like the Yum Dinger?
Do you like the KVD?
Yep.
Strike King.
Not the Ocho.
Yes,
is it the
it is
Ocho?
the Ocho. Correct.
The Ocho?
Yes.
All right. It's interesting, right? Because you got a softer bait with the Yamamoto, right? But the price difference between that and the
Personally-
Yum, it's interesting.
Personally, I am a Yamamoto man,
Yep.
but that's just me. I don't mean much. I don't catch fish.
There is some other. What are you laughing at? Randy's laughing over there. Just
Ian.
Ian.
Just Ian over and
Just-
talking to himself and yawning.
I know. Did you yawn?
Yeah, I thought
Like 4 or 5 times.
What's wrong with you?
Man.
he just had a shower. He's sleepy.
I use them all.
KVD
Good answer,
Red
Rob.
Bug
Good
year
answer.
round, Mr.
Right?
Larry, you tell them young timers about them old KVD red bugs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Christopher, that's a great one. So I looked at the old monsters and the Mag 2s, and I almost brought them out here. And I agree, like it's a big worm on a shaky head.
Big worm.
The question is, are you throwing those on more of a half-ounce shaky head, or are you throwing them on like a quarter? Because I feel like, but it's a big worm, man. Like
I
it's
tell
heavy.
you, a
it's
worm-
heavy, right?
Did you get that picture?
Yeah. Sorry, Kenny's sending me pictures. I don't even know what that is, Kenny. I can't even see on my watch. The heck is that thing? That's scary. It's like a seahorse monster on some shaky head worm. I don't know what he's doing. Ian thought he was in class. Rob's taking you down right now.
Man, I'm at this place more than I'm at school.
Oh, yeah, look at that tail.
Oh, yeah, that's the,
Yeah.
I can't even remember the name of it.
What is that, Kenny? Anyway, I agree. It's definitely more of a half-ounce. I catch a lot on the creek on them, more of the 8-inch in the creek. Yeah, so half-ounce, right? It's hard to fish, but if you're fishing a big worm like that, you're mostly fishing a little deeper anyway.
Big worm. Big worm. Big
Which,
old,
by the way,
big worm.
Oh,
you know, these fish, yes,
Oh,
that's what it
that's
is. The hog snatcher. You know, here's something else to think about.
I'm thinking.
So right now these fish, you know, are positioned out deep. You know, they're and they're going to start coming shallow in the fall. I'm not the best fall fisherman. I just haven't been. They're harder to get,
I'm
and I
hit or
get it
miss.
right. It's spring, right? So everybody can catch fish in the spring. I don't mean that to be rude, but the fish are just active, super active in the spring, right?
So I can fish this spring.
You
Yeah.
can even fish in the spring, right? I'll take you fishing this spring. We'll go catch some smallmouth.
Continuing.
No, we're taking you fishing.
The,
So then, but in the fall,
but
they're
it's
transitioning.
everyone, though.
it is everyone.
Like, if you look at South Central results, and I'm not just saying names just to say them, you can look and there's really, really, really good fishermen. Bobby Gum is a great example. He's an absolute hammer on Cumberland. He had 1720-something, which is the biggest bag that's been weighed in the South Central this year. He had 1720-something on a Saturday, and he zeroed on the Sunday.
Yeah.
It's those fish move in this time of year's transition so much.
Yeah, so you can junk fish, right? Which means you catch them everywhere.
Yes.
But you're right. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint them, but they are, you know, they're refilling all the time,
Yes.
right? But man, you can find them in a spot, and they'll reload in that spot over and over and over, you know, especially on Cumberland. That's why you'll see. Price on the little A-rig, I think it's $19.99, I think, for these Tennessee rig.
Yeah, Jared, Bobby is a hammer down there.
Bobby
and
Gum is very good.
And he's got a bullet that'll run about 500 miles an hour,
yeah,
and you can't
Tim
keep
and his
up
wife,
with him.
I think, fish together.
Future wife.
Yeah, sorry.
Fiance.
We do have them on order, I believe. I don't think we have them yet.
Any deep diving warts?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't think we
We
have
have
those
some in
yet.
the store.
Do we have the deep diving ones in the store?
Like, as in what depth?
There's a new deep diver
Oh, the new
wiggle
one.
wort coming out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Let's read that again. Do you have the new deep diving wiggle wort in stock?
I didn't see the new. All you read was, do you have the wiggle wart? I was like, yeah, we got some wiggle
Fish are
wart.
starting to move up shallow on sea land. Water temp in the heads are getting cold. Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
Branson, you tell everyone, since you're just so big of a hammer, just tell them all.
Wow. Man. Ian, should we talk about this weekend?
No! Let's just
Okay.
move on.
That's okay. All right, fine.
Takes my money
We'll take our
sometimes,
money.
man.
That's right. Take our money. Anyway,
I'm
so
targeting 0 Sunday in the South Central. I keep talking like this. I'm gonna.
Oh, you missed a
you
comment.
should quit talking.
Missed a comment up here.
What I miss? You guys fishing Cumberland this weekend? Michael Morrison. Hey, Ian, are you fishing Saturday?
No, I've got to work.
Yeah, Ian is working, and
I'm fishing the South Central Sunday though, Michael.
yeah, we will not be there fishing for missions, unfortunately.
Larry said
I
had an
fish it-
awesome. Hold on. Larry said had an awesome tournament Saturday on the river.
10
Most all had limits, mostly smallmouth. Yeah, I saw Chad Neal had like 12 pounds of smallmouth.
Yeah, the river was hot.
It was on fire.
All right, watch it, Ian. Branson says.
Oh, Branson.
You keep talking it up, man. Gonna get smoked.
We'll see.
Okay. Anyway, so gosh, man, I wish I could fish the fishing for missions. Figure out how to fish that, but I just can't. There's just no way I can
If
get
there's
it.
a will, there's a way, man.
Yeah, there's just too much to do, man.
I can be Kent for the day. Hold on. How's my form? How's my form? That's what I need. I need them. Just for, I
You
need-
can't. You're already off. Your hair's already done it.
No.
Your
Hold
hair's
on.
already
I
done
can be
it.
Kent. Dude, are you gonna do anything today? Dude, you just sit up there on your phone all day?
That's true.
You were 3 hours late this morning, dude.
That is true. That is true fact. I'm sorry that we did not open our store at 6 a.m. last Friday. For any of those that were here waiting for our store to open at 6 a.m., I want to apologize on my behalf, right? That I should have come in and been here at 6 a.m., but I was told that my employee Ian Hurd will be here at 6. But unfortunately, he did not arrive until just shortly past 8 o'clock in the morning. So there you go, Clarence. How about that? He didn't bring me no biscuit, okay? So a little over 2 hours late. So, yes.
So
There you go.
Me and Branson last Sunday planned to go to Cumberland, and we woke up at like 4:30. He calls me. So what's up, buddy? He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, getting dressed, ready to go. And we sit there and talk for a minute. I'm like, dude, you realize the high is like 60 degrees today? It's gonna be bluebird skies. There'll be 500 boats on the lake. He's like, yeah. You wanna go back to sleep? I said, dude, my bed's calling my name. I'll text you when I wake up. We both slept in until about 10 o'clock that day.
Great.
Yeah. He just said tell him about it. So I figured I'd give him a little
There's nothing
update.
wrong with that.
No, man.
Right?
Probably wouldn't have got a bite.
Ed Harris and I went to Fish Will Green one day, got there at 6 a.m., went out there, started fishing, looked at each other and was like,
why are we here?
do you even feel like being out here? And we already paid our money. And he's like, no. I was like, I don't even really, I just, we're not catching anything. I don't even feel like being out here. Okay. So we just put it all up and went to Golden Corral for breakfast. And then, and guess
Now that
what?
would've been
and
great.
guess what? Pooped our brains for the rest of the day, and we've never been to Golden Corral since.
Oh.
So, not surprised, Clarence Belcher. That's right, not surprised.
Nothing will ever be
Okay.
the time we went to Crapplebee's 2 days in a row.
So, anyway, that's my name.
I'm still,
That's what I call
I'm
it.
still fearing just looking at one.
Yeah.
Hey, I love a good Bourbon Street stuff, though.
So, anyway, yes.
Used to.
I apologize on behalf of the Cain Pole store that we were not open for 2
What if
hours
I come
last
by in the
Friday.
morning to get coffee before the show, and you're not here? Ian?
Oh, I bet Andrew Rogers was here, though.
Andrew Rogers was definitely here.
And he waited because he called me and I said, Ian is on his way.
Oh.
And I said, you wait and give him the business.
Man, my bed felt good that morning, though.
All right. Anyway, man, we got about 5 minutes to go. Man.
Real quick, Kent,
Yeah.
let me just ask you your opinion. So, just real quick, and you might not want to talk about
Get
it.
with the question.
It's just, out of the new technology going around, how do
this was coming and you're going to put me on the spot.
How do you feel about it? Just about the use of live scope and live active target.
So, gosh, man, it's so hard.
You can just save it for another show. We'll have a
No.
whole show on it.
I'm going to set this up for our next show.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good.
For those that are watching, all right, I would like to really know what your opinion is on the live target, the Panoptics, live scope. I know Hummingbird's coming out with them, whatever they're going to call it. Here's the thing. I know some anglers, I don't know if he wants me to mention his name, but I know some higher end anglers that have taken it off their boat, saying that they feel like they want to see if there's life around. They want to see if there's like bugs around that bush. They want to see if there's like, they can just see any kind of life around there and then, excuse me, and then have that magic of catching a fish there. I know others say, hey, look, it's technology, right? It shows if that there are fish on this, there's 250, 300 brush piles I know about, and I want to be able to quickly look at them and see if there's fish on them or not. And it's an easier way to do that than using, traditional
Side scan,
sonar
down
or
scan.
down scanner. But, I do agree. I guess I'm on the fence, right? Like, if all of a sudden they announced and said,
They're banned?
live scope, Panoptics is done, okay? Then I'm not going to be like heartbroken. If they say, hey, you got to have it, I just don't want, here's what I don't want, and it's already there, okay? We already know that guys that have graphs, we have graphs, we've got down imaging, side imaging. Do we use it that much?
No.
Not as much. Do we have live and all that? I'm out there to fish, and I video game a little bit. We can read our ledges and things like that. That's what I use it for. But live scope is like the A-rig when it first came out. If you don't have it, you're behind the 8-ball. Michael, I agree with you, right? And that's what I hate. I hate when people walk in here and say, man, we fish crappie tournaments all the time.
Clarence,
and if you
I'll
don't
agree
have
with you.
Panoptics right now, and right, then you can't catch crappie, right? It's like you can see them there. And then Clarence says, I've had one and I've 0 for 2 weeks in a row. But here's the other thing, right? And Jared, you say that you got to sell 8 reels to afford it, right, or whatever. And so I say, here's the problem. And then I talked to a guy today, and he said, listen, since I bought it, I've caught more fish this year than I've caught in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Because you still have to have, now if you listen to that, you still have to have the technique and the art to position your boat and fish offshore. There's a lot of people that do not like to fish offshore. I know friends of mine that hate going to fishing offshore, okay? And they don't like doing it, but that's where the fish are, man, right? They are offshore on some of these lakes, and that's where you've got to go. And so you've got to learn how to fish for that, right?
Said,
pledge.
I've caught crappie for all my life, and I've never had a pano pledge.
Yeah, and I've never had a pano pledge. What's a pano pledge?
I think a pano pledge is like a mixture of a pan and like what you used to clean furniture with.
Hey.
It's a pano pledge.
Hey, Mike Mays is it sucks in a co-angler type format. It's almost like you've taken bed fishing for a co-angler, which sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay? And then now you've get them on Panoptics, and now they search, right, for fish while the co-angler's sitting back there, And so, man, I'm just on the fence, I mean, I support the guys that say, look, I'm taking it off. I don't want to do it. We don't have it. I don't have it. But I feel like I'm going to be behind the 8 ball next year fishing tournaments if I don't have it.
Agreed.
And if I don't learn how to use it. All right? That's what I feel like. And so I don't want to, automatically put myself. But just because you have it doesn't mean you're going to catch fish. You still got to learn how to read your graphs. You still got to go and do things. You still got to know where brush piles are. You still got to need to know where to position your boat to fish the brush pile or how to fish over top of it. So there's still techniques, but I agree with you, Kenny. I think at this point now that they're allowing it, you have to have it to compete at the next level. So here's my question. I have 2 Lowrance graphs, really nice graphs. Do I go by the live target, right, and put Lowrance live target?
Active target.
Active target, sorry. Or do I'm seeing live target baits. Or do I put active target, or do I put a second graph like Humminbird and do my Panoptics, right? Package. So I've caught fish over 40 feet of water swimming in 10 foot in the middle of pockets, never made the cast if I didn't have it.
Exactly. First time I used it, no, not the first, but the first time I used it on Cumberland, we were cutting across the pocket in Fishing Creek.
I agree with you, Michael. I'm not against it. You know what I mean? But I'm not sitting here going that, I guess I'm just kind of in the middle. I can see both.
Do you use a rangefinder for golf?
Yes.
Cheater. That's an old man cheater tool.
Why is that?
I just think it is. It's not part of the game.
So you think a rangefinder, they've gotten rid of them on the PGA Tour.
They should.
You can't use a rangefinder on the PGA Tour.
They should.
That's valid.
I mean, that's me. I mean, that's
Right.
not part of the game.
Hey, Randy, don't hate the player.
Sorry, man.
Hate the game.
Right?
I hate him because he's better than me.
They hate me because they ain't me, buddy. Well, Kent.
Now what? There's a lull.
Well,
It's like taking a knife to a gunfight. I assume he means not having one is like taking a knife to a gunfight.
Look at little Larry's emojis.
but once again, Kenny, I agree with you, but you got to know how to use it or you're still taking a knife. You get what I mean?
Oh, well, somebody's called in.
Right? That's Colton Combs calling me right in the middle of our show, right?
I say you answer it.
Answer it.
Hi, Colton.
Hey,
We're in the middle of our fishing show. Thanks for calling.
you're welcome. How are you all doing today?
We are great,
He
right?
sounds so professional.
Yes. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having
You're welcome. Hey, what is your favorite fall bait to fish? This is Colton Combs, the president of the EKU Bass team, by the way.
My favorite fall bait fish is got to be a crankbait.
Yep.
What crankbait, Colton?
Specific
Specific.
crankbait, Colton?
Specific crankbait. I like, personally, the Spro MD.
Wow.
Wow.
Way to go. Is there a color that you prefer or not say?
Well, I can give you a few. Nasty shad is probably my first. Spooky nasty is probably second. And, I mean, past that, it's just all shad colors.
Wow. No chartreuse black back,
So
man?
basically, you like Spro MDs with the word nasty in them.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Does them fish dirty.
Yep. Does the fish dirty. Wow.
All right, Colton. Well,
hey, last question, Colton, for you.
All right.
Do you think Panoptics and Active Target
Oh,
is
Lord.
fair to be in the fishing world, right?
100%.
Yes, no, or are you in the middle?
100%, because my partner has it.
Yep. And
It
you
helps us.
and it helps.
Yep, so much.
Do you think you're behind the gun or bringing a
knife to a gunfight.
if you don't have Panoptics or Active Target?
If you know how to use your older graphs well and you can outfish anybody, good for you. If you know how to use a graph at all, you're doing something good. If you don't have Panoptics, I mean, you're still, going out there and just fishing. So, I mean, you are a little behind, but you can still outfish anybody that has it.
So the point is even with Panoptics, you still have to have the technique to be able to fish. You still gotta work on it.
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta know everything about that time of year and what to throw and where they're at, everything. So,
Okay. I hope you do a better job than you've done this year. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Love you.
all right, love you too.
All right, I'll call you later.
See you, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Well, there you go, right? So college kid, his partner has Panoptics.
Pamela. Oh. Pan Pledge. He's got Pan Pledge.
Okay.
I picture, when Larry said that, I pictured like a yellow can of Pledge.
I know you said this already.
No, sitting. It's like sitting on one of those old time, like wood burning stoves in a cast iron skillet.
I bet
and
he knows
it just
more about
goes,
old depth finders
ba-bam.
than you can even imagine. Okay? And quit making fun of Larry.
Larry Poo.
All right? So, anyway, guys, hey, it is 8:04.
Holy smoke.
Yes, already.
I
It is already.
believe
We've
it
had a
is
great
time
night.
to make
Fun night.
Make like
Hey,
a can of Pledge.
We're going to talk a
and
little bit
split
about electronics.
next
2 weeks. We're going to have Drew back on the show.
Drew, baby.
All right? And actually, I'd like to get Mike Williams up here, too, from Lawrence.
Yeah, man.
I'll chat to Mike and a couple guys come up and talk about electronics. So, and then John, if you're still watching, we got to get you back up here.
Talk about some
about the
boats.
trifecta. Right? Will we have a show? We'll have a show before the trifecta.
Yeah.
So maybe we have John up here to talk a little about trifecta series.
Weeb. Mr. Weeb.
This weekend and then the following week. And we go from there. So anyway, thanks guys for tuning in.
We appreciate it very, very much.
We had a wonderful show at Pittman Creek. We're going to have all kinds of stuff rolling in. We've got all kinds of things coming. We are loaded on rock crawlers. We'll be, I know we're short on inventory, but that's for the fall. And we'll be putting it at, we'll be loading the shelves very soon. So get ready. We're getting excited. And good luck this weekend. Have a safe Halloween.
Have a fun Halloween.
And
Give me some candy.
We'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care. Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks for watching the Cane Pole Fishing Show. Visit the Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza or on Facebook. Thanks for watching and happy fishing. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub. Okay, you see this place? This place here. It's the Cane Pole, the place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology, lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait, crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cane Pole on Facebook or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.